this roving is actually 4 pieces when you pull it out. There's 2, and then there's going to be 2 on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this roving. I am going to undo it, and I'm going to break it in the middle. Once I get it broke in the middle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-draft this side, which is going to be double. It's going to be the whole die string, and then this one is going to be split once I break it in half, and there'll be 2. So what I'm going to do is I'll get a fractal spin by pre-drafting one whole side. I decided I was going to split this roving in half again. It's actually, this roving is already in 2 pieces. When I dyed it, I actually dyed it folded in half. So 2 pieces, even though it does the whole color again, what I'm going to do is I'll pre-draft each of these individually. This will go on the second bobbin, and this will be pre-drafted as well. So this is pre-drafted the same amount, but it goes through the colorway twice, and this one will only have 1 on each side. So what it'll do, hopefully it'll give me a fractal spin. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm going to take you along with me as I just see how it does. So let's pre-draft this. Let's go back to time lapse, and I'll show you what I do. This one big repeat, and I'm going to be spinning it from the pink toward the center. This one I'm actually spinning it different. I'm going to start with the darker color on both of these to see, try to mix up how they'll lay once they are plied. These 2 equal the same amount as this. One thing about pre-drafting, I found it really fluffs the fiber up, because sometimes when this is all my hand dyed, and I found that sometimes this fiber, this is a local wool from a friend of mine's flock, and it sometimes will get a little more compressed after the dyeing. So by pre-drafting it, it fluffs it right back up into beautiful roving. And this is more of a roving. You can see, I don't know if you can see that, than comb top, because it's not all aligned. And this so this is the same amount as these 2. So, I may not look it, but it's because I've tightened this one up a little bit more. But this is how I'm going to spin this, and then I'm going to spin these 2 onto another bobbin. I'm spinning on a Luette S15. I've had this wheel over 15 years now, and I've spun on it off and on for years. Got back into it a lot last year because of the spin and make along that was hosted by Mina Phillips of Knitting Expat and Grace from Babel's Traveling Yarns, and so that is what got me back into doing it. And now I'm actually spinning yarn and selling it at a local art gallery. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm actually getting it set up. I basically stick a piece of the fiber through, I fold it over and get it caught. That's how I've always started. I put an extra cotton leader on mine. It only had this little small little loop of yarn on this one. This is one of the bobbins that came with my wheel, so it only had a small one. So I put this cotton leader yarn on there. It's actually really strong. It takes the twist whether I am spinning or plying. It works really good. It's really strong, and the loop is great for starting. Spinning all three bumps onto one bobbin. I'm going to wind a center pull ball and ply it that way, and I'll show you that when I'm done. Balling up this into a center pull ball does the same thing as an Andean plying bracelet, or either spinning onto two bobbins. It's still going to end up pretty much half, because I will pull from the center as well as pull from the outside to get a two ply off this yarn. Let's see what happens now. So this is what it looks like. Really barber poling, just exactly what I wanted. Where if I had spun it onto two bobbins and plied it, I would have gotten the same, pretty much the same result, which is what I was going for. So by doing the center pull ball, I was able to just keep spinning until I was finished. I knew it was going to be a small amount on this one just to try it, and that's how it turned out. And I'll show you once it gets on the skein. This is what it looks like after it's been washed, dried. Definitely plumped up a lot, which is what I wanted. It's soft and squishy. I am super excited about this. This is my second full skein of the week. I have another one that I finished. I'll pop in. This was the first skein I did this week. I had actually started it a while back with some fiber I got in the last round of Fiber Share, and I absolutely love this. I finished it this week, finished spinning the other half, and then I did the same plying technique where I made a center pull cake and plied from there. I do see a little bit of loose ply, but you know, that's the fun part of hand spun. It'll all knit up just fine. But yes, this is a fun one to play around with as well.